I'm going to paraphrase a newspaper article from the summer of 1995. For more than 5 years, the lynch mob waged what prosecutors called, quote, a reign of terror, end quote, in Harlem, murdering rival gangsters, shooting bystanders, and terrorizing the neighborhood surrounding Lenox Avenue and 142nd Street. In 1994, members of the lynch mob slipped into Harlem Hospital dressed like surgeons. Police reported their intentions were to stab to death a rival drug dealer whom had somehow survived an attempt on his life just a few days earlier, despite being shot 15 times with high-caliber handguns. In 1995, Mary Jo White, the then United States Attorney in Manhattan, announced the arrest and indictment of 10 people she said were members of the murderous gang known as the 142nd Street Lynch Mob. This 86-count indictment charged you and 9 others, alleged members of your crew, under federal racketeering laws, and you were all potentially facing the rest of your lives in prison. Although the government charged your group with 15 murders and 9 attempted murders, they stated publicly that they suspected the lynch mob of as many as 40 murders. When you were notified of the federal indictment, did you fully understand the magnitude of the charges you were facing? Like, you really get like, yo, this is...
Yeah, I thought it was over at the time, but like I said, like, you know, the newspaper gonna hype up anything anyway. You know what I'm trying to say? Especially when they got a case like that and the prosecutor trying to make a name for itself. So therefore, they trying to get the jurors to hear it, so when they do come in, they could be biased toward the case.
That's right.
But at the same time, a lot of the charges was trumped up. You know what I'm saying? I either beat them in the state, or a lot of people, like I said, a lot of people was lying just to lie. You know what I'm trying to say? So when you got dirty prosecutors, they'll be like, yo, even if you don't know nothing, you know what I'm trying to say, we're going to help you remember something. You know what I'm saying? So that was basically our case, because really I wasn't never supposed to serve time. You know what I'm trying to say?
How's
Due to
that?
the fact, because they never had a case on me. They never had no physical evidence on me. You know what I'm trying to say? And then you had lawyers like Anthony Rico, you know what I'm trying to say, and all y'all niggas in the street still hugging on to him, but he's a piece of shit. You know what I'm trying to say? He not only fucked over the first World Trade Center bombers, but he also fucked over my case too, because it's like a conflict of interest. You know what I'm saying? Because he spoke on a tape saying that he didn't like me or whoever because we did something to him. That was a conflict of interest back then. You know what I'm trying to say? So that was grounds for me to for him to even say that he wasn't going to take the case or he was going to dismiss himself. You know what I'm saying? And I'm speaking on this shit for people to know, especially our circle, to know what type of nigga he is. You know what I'm trying to say? Excuse my language for saying that, but sometime the word is deserving.
Yeah, no doubt,
You know what I mean?
no doubt. So you telling me that your lawyer...
Not my lawyer, my co-defendant lawyer.
Oh, your Cody's lawyer.
Right.
Had personal grievances with you.
Right.
Based on what?
What I just told you. He
Something
said on a
personal?
documentary, he didn't like me or whatever because we did something to a person that was close to him.
Oh.
So therefore, he's supposed to accuse himself because
Absolutely.
now that we know this, bow. So therefore, I feel that, you know what I'm trying to say, if we went to trial in April and these people got caught lying in October, if he was any kind of a lawyer, he would have been like, yo, look, they got lying in October. So therefore, we could have dismissed the indictment and got a whole new indictment. Instead of all, they took us to trial on the same indictment. You know what I'm saying? And us being naive to the law, you know what I'm trying to say, we copped out to that indictment, which wasn't the original indictment. You know what I'm trying to say? Because how can you get an original indictment for somebody that lied at the grand jury?
And you know it.
Right. So now, years later, when I get all this from freedom of information, all this information from fighting my federal case, they refused to overturn my federal case because they said it had no merit. Why? Because I couldn't find the documents, because they said it was lost in the archives, and I couldn't find the disc of us saying, yo, look, you know, would these people be testifying? But they knew they was lying in October. We went to trial in April. You know what I'm saying? And that was one of the reasons why we copped out, because why we facing crimes that we know we didn't commit. You know what I'm trying to say? So therefore, if they putting all the crimes on one person and they be like, yo, I didn't do that, what the fuck? You know what I'm trying to say? So now I'm looking at it like, damn, so it ain't no way I'm gonna beat it. But now when they found him lying, if he had said that or we had known what happened instead of me finding from freedom of information, that's like during that 6 months that they found them telling. They supposed to told us that as soon as we got the trial or before we got the trial. That's part of our 401. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
You know. So really, I just served time just to serve time. You know what I'm saying? You know, because if they had to come back with another indictment, I probably could have beat the case. You know what I'm trying to say, or got lesser time.